first grade, I was given an art assignment to create a paper doll that represented my heritage. This is code for Tell Me About Your Race. My friends, most of whom were a single race like Asian or Pacific Islander, squealed with joy, excited to show off their culture. But I, on the other hand, did not understand the assignment. Let me explain. Dad is brown skin, Japanese Okinawan, jet black hair, deep-set eyes, the aftermath of Executive Order 9066, the order that put Japanese Americans into internment camps during World War II. He goes by Daryl, but his name is Michio. Mom is Mexican and German. Golden hair, tan skin, green eyes, a beauty so lovely, they middle named her Belle. I am somewhere in between, ambiguously brown, a triethnic enigma that cannot seem to find the right box to check on the census. How could I fit 3 ethnicities I knew into a one-sided printout? I asked my room assistant. If I were you, I would choose your favorite, she said. When I didn't have a favorite, I asked my friends. An East Asian friend I had said, well, you don't look like me, so choose the other ones. A Mexican friend I had said, you don't look like the people in Mexico. A white boy laughed in my face. I didn't have white skin. I went home that night discouraged, and my mom saw this and encouraged me to get creative. She knew my narrative needed to be told. So, fast forward to high school, and I developed crushes. A Chinese kid I was into told me that he was only attracted to Asian girls, so it wasn't personal. As if after my late Japanese grandfather. And a Mexican kid I was into told me that they could only see themselves having kids with another Mexican American because they wanted their kids to be able to understand their heritage, as if my Mexican-born family wasn't familiar enough to them. And when a white boy told me that he liked the idea of dating me because it wouldn't lead other people to think that he had a fetish for specific types of brown girls, I suddenly realized I was an anomaly, an alien in the communities that I so desperately wanted to be a part of. I went home that night and I wrote down that boy's words in my diary on a list of things people had said to me about being mixed race, and here are a few of the things they said. What are you? I just can't figure you out. Don't worry. Mixed babies are literally the cutest babies. How come you're Mexican, but you got a Japanese name? Like, what is that? What are you? What are you? What are you? But seriously, what are you? One day in high school, when I was wearing that list in a box of old schoolwork, I came across that colorful construction paper doll from that day in first grade. I gently unfolded her, smoothed out her crinkles, and held her to the light. On one half of the doll, she wore a red flowery kimono, delicate pink cherry blossoms in her hair. On one half of the other side of the doll, she wore a white, yellow, and green uipi, an indigenous Mexican woman's dress. On the other half, a green dirndl, a German peasant dress. She smiled at me, a grin I had drawn on all those years ago in first grade with confidence. And then I remembered bringing the art project home that day in first grade to my mom, the scrunched face she made when she learned I was expected to choose, and her insistence that no person can be watered down to a percentage. How unique, how revolutionary. Her words seemed to suggest a little me. Was it to live outside the census box, to know that your existence is the product of a race boundaries? How cool is it, she instilled in me. Is it to be Japanese, Mexican, and German all at the same time, to hold in the palm of your hand 3 different cultures, pull from 3 unique different histories, see the world from 3 different angles with fresh eyes, to be the one and only you? Years later, I went back to that diary entry, and I answered the question that I have been asking myself for so long. Akira, Kumamoto, what are you? And this is the answer I put in that diary. I am the outcome of decades of struggle, sore back, brown skin, miles traveled in search of the American dream. accumulation of sorrow from inside internment camp, Zapatista uprising, California freeways, and forced assimilation. I am product of slow-cooked pozole and tender tamales, perfectly massaged mochi, and of course, Pokemon cards. I am the new harmony you add to that age-old melody you've been trying to remix for so long. Beautifully dissonant, so unsatisfying but fresh, you really can't get enough. I am ambiguously brown. I have my dad's eyes and my mom's forehead, a mix of their smile and both of their hair. But most of all, I am lucky enough to be a three-dimensional, living, breathing example of requited love. I am love.